As Dr. Lisa knows, delivering a baby can truly be an out-of-body experience that delivers plenty of embarrassing moments.
Before I got pregnant, I was a devout vegetarian. The second I got pregnant, the only thing I wanted was steak. One morning, I decided I was going to put my juicy steak on top of my golden waffle and eat them together. I sat in the kitchen contemplating whether I was going to use steak sauce or syrup. So I decided to use both. It was the nastiest thing I've ever eaten.
I had to have a C-section that was last minute, and I was so scared and upset about it that I got really nauseous. And so I told the anesthesiologist, right now I'm going to throw up. And they had to jam this sucky thingy that they use at the dentist's office. They jammed that down my throat, and so I had to relieve myself that way. And it was not very fun, but after it was over, I got to meet my daughter, and everything's fine now.
On the night of my first child's birth, I was given a Pitocin drip for delivery. Now they say you're not supposed to eat after that, but me, I was starving. I begged my mom, I asked her, could she please go get me a Subway? So during delivery, we're in the labor and delivery room, and I'm pushing. The doctors are coaching me, push, push. Mom's there, push. As I'm pushing, the baby comes, and so does my Subway sandwich. There was poop everywhere, and it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. Embarrassing. Totally embarrassing.
75% of women go number 2 in a delivery room, and while it's embarrassing, you don't have to worry about it. You really don't need to care. All we care about, and doctors don't care, all we care about is the safety of the mom and baby, so don't worry about it if you're pregnant. We actually want you to go poop. However, there are so many embarrassing sides to pregnancy. You know, expectant dads may be embarrassed about some things, but you might want to find out what Jeremy thinks about this.
Hi, doctors. I'm really embarrassed to say this, but my wife has really bad gas.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, whatever. Point is, her burps are rocking our house like thunder, and don't even get me started on the farts.
It's not my fault. I don't even feel them coming. They just slip out.
Yeah, more like explode.
I keep trying to tell them I'm making a baby here.
Yes, which brings me to my question. Why is pregnancy giving my wife such bad gas?
Welcome, Jesse, to the show. Don't even listen to them. Don't even listen to them. Jesse, thank you so much, and you look lovely. How far along are you?
25 weeks.
25 weeks. Oh, you're fantastic. First baby?
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, Dad should be a little bit more sensitive, but that's just in me, guys, if he doesn't know. But I'm going to explain to you. It's so very, very common. I had it during my pregnancy. Just about every woman experiences during her pregnancy. It's due to the high levels of progesterone that happen in pregnancy. And what they do is they slow the motility down of the intestines. And so that traps air, and that can make you have a lot more gas down below or gas above, like birth. And so, and then also what happens is your uterus gets larger. We've got a little prop here to show you this. You can help me. Think about this as the pregnant uterus, and we're going to speed up that pregnancy, and it's pushing on the bowel. And there you go.
There we go. Whoa!
Yes, and that's absolutely normal and natural, nothing to be embarrassed about. It happens to almost all pregnant women. So what you want to do is basically try to avoid, carbonated beverages, gaseous foods like broccoli. Try and eat smaller meals more frequently so your stomach doesn't fill up and it's harder to digest. And just realize it's part of pregnancy. Tell your husband, I'm telling your husband, it's part of pregnancy, but this is the part you pay for. A beautiful miracle that's going to come through. It's just one of those, pregnancy things that we have to go through.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Well, coming up, ever found a kernel of this? One of these little kernels in your poop? We're going to tell you why it's there and reveal if it's normal or if you need to worry after this.
I'm 36 years old, and I still bite my toenails. I don't know if it's a nervous habit. I've been doing it since I was a little kid.
Closed captioning provided by
McCormick adds antioxidants to your morning scramble. Sprinkle McCormick black pepper onto scrambled eggs for a delicious source of natural antioxidants.
I trust
know if it's okay to bite his nails, not the nails you think.
Hi, doctor. My name is David, and I have an embarrassing question for you. I'm 36 years old, and I still bite my toenails. I don't know if it's a nervous habit. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. I'm sure my wife would like me to be able to stop turkey, but I don't know. So my question to you is it bad for my health?
And here to help us out with David's question is podiatrist Dr. Philip Radovic, along with David himself. Welcome to you both. And David, do you wash your feet before you bite them?
Most of the time.
But not always. Do you see this a lot?
More common than you'd think. A lot of people do this, and it isn't really safe, so we're going to give you some compelling reasons to try and kick this habit.
But it's also just gross, right? I mean, it's safe or not, it's nasty, right?
For sure.
Does it taste good? I mean, what?
Well, I don't really taste.
Well, okay. So let's talk about some of the theoretical issues with doing this, and then we'll talk about ways to break the habit.
I mean, I've seen his feet, and they are clean, but there are some things that you may not see in your feet. For instance, fungi, an athlete's foot. Two big, huge reasons right here behind you. That's athlete's foot. That's caused by a fungus, and fungus a lot of times has yeast in it and as well, and if that gets in your mouth, you can get a condition called thrush, which is an infection in the inner lining of your mouth. And that can be pretty tough to treat. It's very bad hygiene. Another thing that you can have with this is papillomavirus, the human papillomavirus that causes warts. You might not see this virus on your feet until you see a wart. Could be too late. That transfers to your mouth. You can get it on your lips. So there's a number of other things as well. You know, everybody knows what toe jam is, right? But it's hair, follicles, grease, oil, fungus, bacteria, sock fibers, all that stuff, microscopic. You wouldn't want to look at it under a microscope, and that's what you're putting in your mouth.
So Dr. Radovic, let's take a look at David's feet here really quickly. How do his feet look to you?
Actually, you know, they're clean. He does have hairy feet. You can tell that he does bite or pick his nails.
Is it jagged and uneven there?
Jagged and uneven, and they're cut back, and they have the most likely thing actually with your feet is developing ingrown toenails, and that can lead to infections like staph, strep, and you can actually transfer those bacteria that live in your mouth to your toes and get some pretty bad infections in there.
So if for no other reason, for hygiene alone, I'm begging you, please, do you want to quit?
Yeah, and my wife would like me to quit too.
And the things that Dr. Radovic mentioned, do you think you're convinced that you need to quit?
I think I'm definitely convinced I need to quit.
Clap if you think David should quit biting his toenails. Alright, so David's been doing this since he was a kid. So what can he do to break this habit?
Well, it's an oral fixation, usually, you know, induced by some anxiety and stuff, so you find something to substitute it. And you can try chewing gum, toothpicks. Another thing you can try is wear socks around the house or at bed whenever the time is that you normally do, you know, compelled to do this. And there's some over-the-counter products, some creams and things that cause a bitter taste if you put it on your feet and you pick at them and you put it in your mouth. It's going to taste pretty bad, and that could stop you from doing it right there.
So before we go to break, I want to see how you can get your foot to your mouth. You were telling me you can bring it back behind your ear. Can you show us? That's impressive. I got it. So you can keep stretching like that, but so you've been convinced?
No more biting my toenail.
Dr. Radovic, thank you so much. Thank you. David, thanks for coming on the show. Thank you. Coming up, more answers to your most embarrassing questions and this guy.
Terrible game.